Ladies, isn't it one of the most frustrating things in life when you have a crush on someone, when you've developed feelings for them, but they're just not that into you? He hardly notices you, or he gives you the bare minimum, or worse yet, he throws you into the deadly friend zone. My name is Ismael Gomez. I'm a coach, writer, and speaker, and I'm here to tell you that if you want to impress a man and get him interested in you, then you are on the right channel. I'm gonna share some strategies that are backed by science and psychological studies, and I also have a bunch of personal stories from my clients that have helped them attract the guy they wanted. So give me your full attention, stop multitasking, and let's begin. Number 1, extended eye contact. When it comes to attracting someone, ladies, how you communicate with your eyes can make a significant difference. Prolonged eye contact has been thought to release phenylethylamine, a chemical responsible for feelings of attraction. A social psychologist discovered that two people in conversation normally make eye contact only 30 to 60% of the time. However, couples who are in love look at each other for 75% of the time or more. Now, you have to understand that most of us are not even aware how much we stare into someone's eyes when we talk to them. Many times we evade their eyes, right? By looking down or glancing away, especially if you have a crush on them. So next time that you're having a conversation with the guy that you like, try to stare into his eyes and hold his gaze just a little longer than usual. But ladies, the key is to maintain a balance, okay? Let your eyes reflect warmth and curiosity, not extreme intensity. Otherwise, you'll come off as a psychopath. Number 2, emotional resonance. Many scientific studies have shown that your emotions can trigger the same emotions in another person. In other words, they can feel what you feel. If you're excited about something, he'll pick up on that excitement as well. This is a powerful principle that works both ways and is where many women unintentionally sabotage attraction. If you approach a man and you start feeling awkward or tense, men are usually pretty bad at making a woman feel reassured in those moments. Instead, he may become more distant and uncomfortable, which can create a negative feedback loop. However, the flip side is just as true. You can use this principle to your advantage by turning the heat up in your interactions. If you're feeling turned on, don't hide it, and he will likely mirror that arousal. So don't hide your feelings for him. Let your body language, facial expressions, and voice tonality naturally convey your attraction. If you want to learn more about this topic, make sure you check out my other video on the channel, How to Flirt with a Man. Number 3, social proof and pre-selection. Alright ladies, social proof is when other people's opinions and actions affect how we see and act on things. Basically, if we notice that other people like or value something, then we're more likely to think that is good or valuable. For example, if I had only 100 followers on my channel, you will be less likely to watch my content, right? So every time that a man sees you, he's analyzing how other people interact with you. If he sees you surrounded by friends who are enjoying your company, he'll think that you're someone worth getting to know. On the other hand, if he sees you with someone that he doesn't like or doesn't get along with, it might negatively affect his perception of you. And obviously in today's world, this principle also applies on the internet. Like I've told you in many of my videos, when a guy is somewhat interested in you, the first thing that he'll do is look at your social media and how you're interacting with other people on the internet. And finally, pre-selection means that if he sees that other men are interested in you, he may think that there's something special about you and be more inclined to be interested as well. And I'm sure that many of you have experienced this, that when you're single and not dating anyone, attracting someone that you like can feel like a real challenge. But as soon as you start seeing someone, suddenly all these other, exes and potential matches start hitting you up and showing interest. Number 4, scarcity. Time and time again, psychological studies have found that humans place a higher value on objects that are scarce and lower value on objects that are abundant. That's why gold is so valuable, right? Because there's only a limited amount of it. Based on the same principle, when a man sees you as someone who has high standards, who carries herself differently than the rest, you become more attractive to him. I mean, the simplest advice that I always give women, for example, is to never text or speak with him on the phone for more than 30 minutes. One pattern that I always see in many women I coach is when they tell me, "Oh, Ismail, we connected so much. We spoke on the phone for 3 hours last night." And to that I say, well, just wait until you see that man chasing the woman that barely replies to his text messages and doesn't answer his phone calls. And ladies, I'm not saying that you have to play those silly games, okay? But I'll tell you the raw truth, which I know because I did it many times in my 20s. If you can spend 3 hours on the phone with someone, it probably means that you don't have much else going on in your life. That's the reality. So take a look at your own life, your goals and responsibilities, and see how well you're balancing your priorities. Number 5, oxytocin. Ladies, if there's one hormone that you should read and learn more about, is oxytocin, also known as the love hormone. This powerful chemical plays a crucial role in how we form and maintain emotional bonds with other people. One major way to release oxytocin is engaging in deep, meaningful conversations. Let him share personal stories about his life and listen actively to strengthen your bond with him. Also, physical touch like hugging, kissing, holding hands, mindful compliments that make him feel valued and loved. And I know that many of you are thinking, Ismail, I did all those things for one guy and he still treated me like an option. But remember, ladies, that all these things that I'm mentioning affect each other. If he doesn't see you as a woman that values herself and leads a fulfilling life, the impact of your efforts will be diminished. Number 6, the personality hack. A study in 2014 found that having a positive personality actually increases the attractiveness of your face. I mean, think about it. Are you more attracted to people with fun, charismatic personalities or those with depressing attitudes? And let me say something, ladies, because I know that many of you believe this. If you're mean to a man and he's attracted to that, trust me when I tell you that you are attracting an insecure man with unhealthy habits that will destroy you from the inside out. Now, having a positive personality doesn't mean that you're always faking a smile, trying to be optimistic all the time. It means that you are mature and approach life with an overall positive attitude. And final, number 7, consistency bias. Imagine if you could slightly influence how a man acts by simply pointing out the qualities that you admire in him. This psychological influence relies on a cognitive bias where people tend to align their current behavior with how they perceive themselves based on past behavior. And here's how it works. When you compliment or acknowledge a positive quality in him, like saying, "You're such a gentleman," like you really know how to treat a woman, you're tapping into his self-image. So whenever he's with you, he will most likely keep exhibiting those traits that you pointed out. This is what I'm always telling all of you, that when you're having a problem in your relationships, focus on positive reinforcement rather than nagging or criticizing. If you tell someone, "I love when you do that," they're more likely to do it than if you say, "I hate when you do that." Alright, ladies, so that's the video for today. I hope that these 7 tips serve you well. And if you're trying to attract someone right now, okay, and you're facing certain obstacles, let me know in the comments to see if there's anything that I can do to help you out. Anyways, thanks so much for subscribing to the channel. I'm glad that you chose me to learn about self-love, dating, and relationship dynamics, because like I always say, for your relationships to change, you need to change. Have a beautiful day.